Okay, in this video segment, we're going to be making a picture from ourselves, basically, and making ourselves an avatar. Taking a picture of us and making an avatar. I've got a photo here of myself, here, not a very good photo, but I've got a photo of myself, and I'm going to be making myself look like the Avatar movie. So if I just show you this here, um, under my photo class, make an avatar. We've all seen these pictures of from the movie Avatar. If you haven't watched it, we're going to be doing this tutorial here. This gal here that a photographer's gone through and made her look like a avatar, like the movie, putting cat skin over the top of her, and by the end, you've got a really fun project looking like that. So that's the plan. Let's do it. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is we want to take our photo here and we want to duplicate our background layer here. We want to duplicate that. Just right click on it, duplicate. So we have two. Hit OK. So we have two. We never want to touch our bottom one here in case we make mistakes, and we might need to blend some things through the two of those. Okay. The second thing we're going to do is go ahead and take your lasso tool. Now the lasso tool lassos things. We can just lasso something and move, and we can just move it right off. Okay. So that's called the lasso tool. But I'm not going to lasso just like that. I'm going to lasso my skin. So before you do that, let's go to our pixels here, and let's put in a 5 feather pixel. So around this little cut as I'm drawing, it will be feathered around that. So make sure you get your ear and get your skin and try to get as close as you can, and make sure you go kind of outside of your skin there. Okay, so I call these marching ants. That's called a selection. And we're going to change this color, so hit Command U. Okay, Command U is hue and saturation. Now, all the things you can do to your picture is underneath the image and adjustment modes. Okay, so I've learned that Command U right here is the hue and saturation. There's all types of levels and controls and things you can do to your pixels. Command U is the hue and saturation. And I'm going to change this or turn this so it makes my skin go a different color. Okay, I can make my skin really crazy colors of blue and pink and yeah. So I'm going to take this blue color here, and then I'm going to turn the saturation down so it's not quite that blue. I mean, just so my skin's blue now. Hit OK. Now to get rid of the marching ants, the selection, hit Command D. All right. Now you can see as I bring this up bigger with the zoom tool that I missed a little bit of my collar there, and I've got a little bit of place here that I've missed as well for the blue area because as I cut around it. And my hair, I need to blend that in. To blend that, we're just going to take our eraser tool, turn down the opacity of the eraser, and I'm going to blend it, erasing this layer so you can see this one through it. So as I kind of click and drag, I'm bringing some of the bottom layer through to the top layer so it looks a lot more natural. Smaller brush with your bracket keys, kind of blend it here for the hair. And again, with a less percentage, it looks more natural, like it's blend into the other photo. Now, if I turn this one off, you can see I'm erasing my hair to the bottom one. Okay, so maybe a little bit more erasing here, and my mustache here. Now, and goatee. Now, right here, see how that's not looking very good. I'm going to go back in time. Command Option Z to go back in time. Turn your opacity down, but also pick a nice soft eraser. That's too hard of an eraser. Just pick a nice soft brush. That's where you pick your brushes. And so I can go through here and I can bring a little bit more of my goatee through here if I'd like to. Okay. And then my hair back here. Now back here, I want to do this to my collar so it looks more correct. Again, I'm just erasing. If I turn this off, so you can see what I'm talking about. I'm just erasing those areas. Okay. Now to bring some more of this blue closer here to my skin, like right here where I've made a mistake, and if I want to erase that, if I want to bring some more of that blue down, I can go to this layer and use the clone stamp tool. The clone stamp tool clones pixels. So if I want to take my eye right here and hold down Option, click on my eye and let go, I can paste my eye up here. Looks pretty freaky, huh? Okay. I'm going to hit Command Z and go back in time. But I can move pixels. I'm going to clone my neck right here and move it down, Option, click in an area and move those pixels down where I made a mistake. Okay, so I've got that pretty much done. That's good enough for this little segment here. Let's go to the next part. Now the next part is we want to make our eyes bigger. We want to make our eyes look more like a cat. Okay, so we're going to take our filter and we're going to go to Liquify. Liquify opens up a different program. Now you're going to see where I've erased because I'm on this top layer, and don't just disregard that. I'm going to go to the bloat tool here and make yourself a smaller brush. I'm going to go to my zoom tool and bring my eyes up bigger here. Just go to the bloat tool and make it about this big and just click on your eye and it makes your eyes go bigger. Okay? And if you take the warp tool, you can kind of, and make a smaller brush with your brackets, you can open your eye up more. You're trying to make it look kind of like a cat's eye, and we're going to put cat's eyes in. So I'm just going to make my eyes bigger and round. Okay? Hit OK. And that does that in Photoshop. So here's before and here's after. Okay, I got bloated eyes now. All right. Now the second thing we're going to do is we're going to put some cat's eyes underneath my eyes. I'm going to actually erase my eyes and put some cat's eyes. So where to get those is you go down here to our tutorial. So let me go here, and I'm going to grab this right here. See this big huge cat eye? I'm going to drag that from my tutorial over onto my picture. Move tool and move it, okay, about right there, no problem. But I need to put it down below my picture, so I'm going to drag this blue copy on top. So now it's back behind. See, it's kind of back behind here. And I need to erase some of that, and I'll show you how to do that in a minute. But I need to take this picture here, and I need to erase my eyeball. So I'm going to take my eraser, 100% strength, with a nice soft brush, and I'm going to erase my eye here. Okay, now just to show you what I'm doing, take this layer one here. See that? That eye's back there. It's just back behind. Command T to transform and put that eye into place. Okay, now to erase this, we just take our eraser and just erase the rest of this, because really it's right here. I'll turn this off. It's right there. I just need to erase all of this stuff and just leave just the one eye there. A bigger brush can go faster. Bracket keys, bracket keys. Okay. Okay, so you just need to have it back there hidden. All right, so I'll turn that back on. Okay, now I do the same thing to this one. Oh, I need to duplicate too. So I need to duplicate this layer. Right click on that layer, duplicate it, hit OK. Now you've got two cat's eyes, see? Command T, and we need to flip this over. So just flip it over. Looks really weird, huh? And then turn the other one back on. Now I need to erase this eyeball, so I go on this layer here, make sure you're on the right layer, and erase that eye. Smaller brush, gonna erase the eye here. Looks like I'm cross-eyed a little bit, okay? I'm gonna move that out a little bit there. Okay, I know it kind of looks freaky, but it's pretty cool. Now, to get this blue more faded into my skin here, I'm gonna go to this layer here and hit Command U. Again, that brings up my hue and saturation. I can change that eye to any color I want, okay? But what I'm really gonna do here is turn the saturation down a little bit. So it kind of matches that blue. Looks better. And then I'm take this one, do the same thing, Command U. Okay, I've got cat eyes, really weird. And I can make those bigger. Sometimes you want to make those eyes a little bit bigger, you know, and fill that socket there. Okay, whatever looks good, you know. You just kind of have fun with it. I've erased a little bit too much on my eye, that's all right. Okay, now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add some eyelashes here. And how we do that is on this tutorial here, if you scroll, well, come up here to the top where it says Photo Classes, Photo 2, and make avatar, pops over here, brushes for Photoshop. Click on that and download the eyelashes. Now that just sent it off to my downloads right here. Okay, there it is. Okay, now it also on a Mac, it sent it down to my downloads folder here. Click on there. I'm just trying to find the one that says SS eyelashes. It's right here. You find it. And I'm going to drag that to my desktop. Okay, you don't see this on your screen, but I just drag it to my desktop. So I've got it on my desktop, so I know where that's at. Now here's how we add those eyelashes. We click on our brush, make sure we've got black on top right here, and then we're going to go to the brush and right here. Click on the brushes, click on this little sprocket right here, and load brushes. It's going to say, where's it at? On my desktop, called SS Eyelashes. Okay, and hit open. Now look at all these eyelashes down here. I'm going to click on this one. Now don't go paint yet. Don't go paint, and make it smaller with your bracket keys, but don't paint yet. Make a new layer. So on this one, click on the new layer right here. So it puts it above it, so it's a blank layer, and then paint a eyelash. Right there. Pretty, okay. And then do another one. Oh, make a new layer first. And then do another one here. But that one's going the wrong way. So we have to Command T and then flip it over. Now some of the guys, that looks kind of freaky, but cats have longer eyelashes and it makes a better project out of this, okay? Now we've got that done. We're done with our eyelashes. The next thing we want to do is we want to add cat skin over the top of it. So here's where the cat skin, oh, and before I do that, we're going to go here to our same project, make yourself an avatar, and bring it down here and find at the bottom, I've made some leathery skin and some cat skin. Drag that leathery skin over to your picture. Command T, fill it up over your skin. Turn the opacity down of that layer a lot. So now my skin looks kind of leathery. Now you've got to erase all the rest of this. So I like to take my lasso tool and just kind of go like this. Just kind of take some of this out. Again, leaving your skin around it, and I can just come around here and then delete that. Hit delete on the big delete key. Go get some more. You're just deleting all the rest, trying to leave the rest on your skin, is all. Delete. That's one way to do it. Or I could take my eraser tool and erase like crazy. All of it, all the rest, and trying to leave on the skin. And make a bigger brush with your bracket keys. You can do that faster. Whoops, I don't want to. I want to have it down here on my Command T. Command T, I got to fill the rest of my skin there. Okay. But when you look at it, my skin's looking leathery, isn't it? Now you don't want leathery eyeballs. So erase just your eyes there where that skin is. Okay, kind of erase that. Okay, so erase everywhere you don't want that leathery skin. And again, a bigger brush can go a lot faster. Okay, so if I look at this up really close, I've got really leathery, interesting, weird looking skin, huh? Already, my skin's bad already, okay. Now the next thing we want to do is we want to add a little pink on the edge of our nose and our lips, okay, like a cat's, pink. So go to this layer here, right click and duplicate that layer. Then we're going to take our paintbrush, no, not our paintbrush, sorry, our lasso tool, and lasso just your nose here on the end. Hold down Shift and get your lips as well. Okay? And then we're going to modify this. So Command U and play with the hue here to get kind of a pink color. Now Command D, way too pink. Turn the opacity down of that copied layer. Just a little pink on the edge of my nose. And if I want to take my eraser, I can do a little bit of erasing there. Whoops. Take my eraser, and with the small brackets, I can do a little bit of erasing to kind of clean that up a little bit and make it look a little more natural. Okay. And my teeth, I don't want pink teeth. Okay. Now the next thing I want to do is I want to add some here to make my nose more flat looking. So to make the nose look more flat, take your spot healing brush right here, one on top, make a bigger bracket, or sorry, bracket keys to make a bigger brush, and paint in this area. It's going to flatten your nose out. So we want your nose to look flat like a cat. And make sure you're on that top layer, okay? Okay, so just kind of flatten your nose out like that. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take our lasso tool and make shadows on the side of the nose here. So click here and come straight down the nose, and then down here in the valley, and then right back up. Take your shift, same thing, straight down the valley of your nose there, and then back. We're going to add some shadow to this. To do that, hit Command J. Command J is copied that area. It looks like it went away, but it copied it from here and moved it right here. And then right here on your blend mode, right here, go to multiply. Look how dark it is. See the dark? How dark that? Oops, didn't want to use that one. It made it darker on the edges. See the darker? Okay. So it looks a little bit more. And maybe even make it darker than that. So I'm going to take my burn tool. Burn tool is right here, underneath the dodge tool, and I'm going to burn those edges. Burn a little bit. Okay. So, and then I can take my eraser and I can go in here and I can erase that a little bit and kind of make it look a little bit more like straight, like a cat's nose. Just kind of blend it in. We're just trying to get like a shadow on both sides of the nose. Okay. Now the next thing we're going to do is add some. I got my leathery skin. I want to add this tiger stripe. Okay. So move tool. Okay. Just drag it on. With a move tool, you can move it around and fill up your face. Command T. And you can also take, this is the warp tool. You can warp this around a little bit if you want to get really creative, but I'll let you play with that in a minute. Okay. And then we're going to turn the opacity way down. Way down. Command T, so we can rotate it. And you're going to put that tiger skin on your face. Take the eraser and erase your eyes. We don't want that tiger skin going over your eyes. And we don't want it going over your nose, kind of like a cat wouldn't have, like the nose wouldn't have that. And the mouth. Okay. Now the next thing you want to do is erase all the rest. So I'm just going to do my lasso tool and say, I don't want this. Delete with the delete key. Whoops. Another lasso. Just click somewhere else and get the rest of it. So again, take the rest of that off of your skin. And then use your eraser to get the rest of it gone. Command D, take the eraser, and erase the rest of that. Now, I'm going to want to put some on my neck as well. We'll do that in a minute. Erase it off your hair. Now, my eraser, I've got it 100% strength in this. You can turn that down if you want to get more creative if you need to. So I'm just erasing it off my hair. Okay. Maybe a little bit off my ears here. Just all looks real. Real weird, huh? Okay, and if you want some more of that, oh, let me erase some of this off my neck here. Off my neck here. Now, if you want some more on your neck, just go to your move tool so you can move it, okay? And then hold down Option. That makes a copy of the layer. And you can put some down here on your neck and get kind of creative. And then again, go erase everything else. Delete. Delete all these areas around it. Okay, and then Command D, and then take your eraser and do some blending and erasing so it doesn't look so weird on your chin here. Or at least you've got some on your neck, and yeah, get it off your neck, your line. Okay, and again, you can turn down the opacity of that to make it look more correct on these, on your face. Leathery skin, and all types of leather or tiger. Okay. All right, so I got that done. Now, the next thing you want to do is add iridescent dots. Make a new, what are those? White dots. Make a new layer, put it on top, make sure it's on top, and take your paintbrush with white and pick a nice round brush, one of these soft ones. Make it small and paint dots. And when you paint these, now I've got a soft brush, that's why they look so cool. I've got a very soft brush. And when you paint these on the avatar, usually they go down like this, like they each avatar is different DNA, you know. Maybe you got some down your neck and down your neck or something, you know, and have some fun making you unique. And then I like to turn the opacity down on those so they're soft. And erase, if you don't want one, you can erase it, because remember, it's on its own layer, so if you don't want that down there or whatever. Okay. Neat. Now, let's see, there's another effects you can do to that, those iridescent dots. You can hit effects, and you can do a outer glow, I think, an inner glow, and pick here vivid light. And they're not changing a whole lot here, maybe some hard light. But you can change those dots and make them kind of give a glow to them. Not seeing a whole lot of changes here. Maybe even try a satin. Maybe this light is the problem. Multiply. They're kind of yellow now. Not sure if I want yellow dots, but they're a little bit more yellow. Or color burn. Looks better. Okay, now last thing we want to do is add ears. So we're going to go to our subject line. Now what I would do is I would go into Google and I would just Google in put in avatar ears. And go find some really interesting ears if you can on one of these avatars. Some of them are more wild than others. Okay, I like the ones on her a little bit there. But I can't see the whole ear, so we're not going to use those. There's all types of weird stuff here. There's a cool eye there. If you need an eye. I'm not finding exactly what I'm thinking of here. I can probably put the top again here. There's one there. I'm going to move it on. Make it bigger, Command T. Kind of get it where my ear is going to be. Okay. Now we got to get rid of all that white. Magic Wand, which is hidden underneath the quick selection tool if you can't find it. Magic Wand. Click on the white and hit the big delete key. That gets rid of a lot of it. And then take your eraser and erase around the ear. Now that ear is a lot more blue than I've made mine. I just erased just to clean it up. It's a lot more blue than mine, and I want it coming just to look more real here. Okay, so I'm going to hit Command U. So can I do that? No, I'm going to hit Command L. Command L, I can lighten that ear. Okay, that's one way I can do it. I can hit Command U, and I can take the saturation down. And then blend it with my ear. So take the eraser, turn down the opacity of the eraser, and bigger brush here, and blend it in with me. Put a little bit of my hair over it to make it look more real. Kind of blend it in here with my other ear. It looks like I've got a little nick out of the top of it, but I can make it look as best I can here. With my eraser. Not so great, but oh well. And then if I want another one, hold down Option, Command T, right click on that and flip it horizontally. Move tool, apply that. And then again, take my eraser and make that one look as real as possible. So again, if you want to do a better job, I think you can than I just did. But if you find a better ear, you can do that. But now I've got avatar ears with my hair going over the top of them. Okay, so there I am. I am an avatar. If you look at my samples here and what these are, we're trying to make them look like that. And of course, their noses look a lot more flat and big, and we could work on ours and make better ears and all types of things. But that's making myself look kind of like an avatar. If I want it a little bit darker blue, I can just go to this layer and hit Command U, and I can go in and I can change the hue of the skin and make it more blue and more interesting. So have fun.